Hey, greetings, everyone. We are live from the Twin Towers. And we're going to try to share some things with you here. You read the description. Yeah, the file date is the death blow to legal names. And, I'm probably not what you call, in fact, I am not one of these professional streamers out here trying to acquire wealth to tell you how simple endgame can be if enough people pull together. And of course, here comes the distractions now. As soon as I fire up the feed, it just doesn't sit right with the little ones, because as soon as I get on here, even though they were all just happily doing what they were doing, and now all of a sudden it's about what I'm doing. Anyway, people, how to make this so simple. I'm going to share this. Make sure we're sharing it. All right. Do you have a capital name? Well, of course, you've been registered, because you are the human resource. So here I am trying to pull together. So here's the shared page. Let me do this. Let me switch gears here. We're gonna kill that one. Bring it back over to this one. No. Maybe it's this one. Let me see. No, it's this one. All right. Let me get it on the right one here. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, let's make sure we're sharing the right one. No, that's not the one again. Try again. All right, here we go. Here. Yeah, no. Here we go. Here. All right, this should be the proper one. Gosh, folks, it's really so simple. It's stupid. And, I'm asking myself why Mickey Klon hasn't gotten with me about this file date, or responded like, oh, wow, never saw that before, or, oh, wow, yeah, that really does pretty much separate us from the legal names that have been created. And time is ticking. This is what I can tell you, folks. Time is ticking. And I would time is ticking. But here on this Ken Scott profile over on Facebook, you're welcome. All the pertinent information is always public. That's always for everyone to see, because I don't believe in this the private and public. The public don't like you sharing what's supposed to be in the private, and where's the transparency and all of that? I think it's kind of not there. The people that want to charge people for information that we should all be sharing with one another to build the momentum to shut this thing down. And what I can tell you is it shut it down. It'll shut it down pretty quickly. Yeah, that is not what we're looking for there. Here we go. Pull out the birth certificate and try to convince yourself that the legal organization name was created the day you were born. Oops. File date. I have a lot of live feeds, a lot of different conversations with a lot of different corporations like the Department of Motor Vehicles, Social Security, Passport. At the end of the day, long story short, pull your birth certificate out, take a long, hard look. Of course, you're going to take notice that your date of birth is there. But you'll notice the all caps name, which is a legal organization name created by the state. It's the recording of the event. And then you will, most of you, I'm not going to say all of you because some states are hiding it. And I think the newer birth certificates that they're pumping out now, they're removing the file date. Now, why would they be doing that? Because that's just an unimportant date, right? Doesn't mean anything, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that that file date means everything because that is the actual date that the legal name was actually created. I was born on July 17th, but the legal name was not created until July 27th. Most of the time, it's 3 to 10 days after you were born. For those that were adopted, I believe what we've discovered is it's the adoption date becomes the new file date. And remember, they create these bonds with these CUSIP numbers. And, you know, we a lot of people have caught up with the idea that everything starts with this birth certificate and everything ends with this birth certificate. And I'm going to tell you right now, the roadblock that's ahead for making the correction that needs to be made is with the Department of Motor Vehicles, who issues driver's license and state IDs. Even to go into the Social Security office, they demand, before they'll even speak to you, to see a driver's license or a state ID. So basically, again, we're back to the state of subcorporation level, where the state of subcorporation is able to implement a roadblock in using the correct date with the legal name that's on the driver's license. Now, they'll tell you all day long it's a legal name. And when you show them that, well, according to the record here, the birth certificate, and they'll tell you, they'll agree that's where the legal name comes from. And you can point out that file date, and on the short form, it's on the Florida short form birth certificates. Pardon me. And on the Colby, which is the certificate of live birth, it's associated with a wedding signature, the file date. That file date is when the debt was delivered. Believe that or not. I've gone through and picked apart a lot of this stuff, and that's my autistic son. He might make a little noise. He's doing just fine. Little meltdowns he has while he watches his tablet. So the importance of people coming together on this file date is because the Department of Motor Vehicles does not have a right to cooperate with perjury. Because remember, a driver's license or a state ID, you have to affirm that information is true and correct. And that is where the blockade is set up at the state level, with the legal name having your date of birth being volunteered or forced into play. The Department of Motor Vehicles has told me that Homeland Security is the ones instructing them that they have to use our date of birth. And I can tell you this, our date of birth has nothing to do with when that legal name was created. And as we're being shoved into the digital age, where they're closing the gap, where there will be, the only way you'll hang them up at that point is to not give them a name for the vessel in commerce or the baby. That's you and me and everyone involved in this chicanery going on. And it's time to put pressure on the Department of Motor Vehicles, who issues the only IDs that offices like Social Security or banks or anyone within this financial system will accept. And once that correction's made, then you can correct everything else with ease. But until the Department of Motor Vehicles is called out for knowingly going along with allowing people accessories to perjury, allowing people to commit perjury, obtaining driver's license and state IDs. This is an enticement into slavery because for me, I don't want my date of birth tied to a legal name. Why would I? I now know, I can see it on the birth certificate, that that's incorrect, that that's dishonor, that that's a lie. And you know, let me point this out real quick too. We're gonna make a star out of it. Give me just a second here. Back to the Twin Towers. Hold on just a second here. We're gonna get this done. All right. Well, hey Mickey, how you doing? Ain't she just a pretty lady? And then we got Alex Zek over here, and you know, they're talking about things that a lot of us have been talking about and struggling with for the last 20 years because there's no enforcement. And so all these ideas of pressing the corporate actors has, failed because everyone runs into the same problem. It's called no enforcement. Well, I'm here to tell you, I've sent the file date information to Mickey Klon, and I've not had any response from her. I gave it to Michelle Moore, and they just keep moving. Nothing to see here. And here's what I'm going to tell you, folks. It's going to be up to us, because I feel that either these people are being disingenuous with a lot of truth, but never really coming to terms with what I'm talking to you about. The idea of the copper moonshine passports, or getting your 5-star passport, or having a passport, is still a legal name on the passport. I have a live feed where I call the State Department and I ask them. You can happily go to Ken Scott Profile and you can listen to it. I'll try to make the moment to bring that recording on, that live feed on here. In fact, maybe I can do that. But yeah, Mickey, I'm really waiting to hear from you about the file date, which is the death blow to the legal name. It's instant separation that you're holding in your hand. But the problem is the Department of Motor Vehicles and their state IDs and the demand for one everywhere you go. And you know, who wants to say, yeah, I'm going to use this legal name, I'm going to give my date of birth, even though I know that's a lie. And I think all that's important to them is keeping you in the Liars Club, because letting you graduate to a passport that still has a legal name, volunteering your date of birth with it, that's perfect. Keep them right there. Don't let them get any further. Don't let them figure out this file date and the fact that their date of birth has nothing to do with any of our legal names that the state ofs have created. And that, to me, folks, that's where I'm at, because I'm watching the roadblocks being thrown up. I'm watching how they try to force you back into tying your date of birth to a legal name. And it's extremely important. It's extremely important. And don't worry, he's fine. This is the noise he makes. He's nonverbal. This is where we're at. Now, I'm going to fire up another live feed here in just a little bit. Maybe give people a little bit of a moment here to get comfortable. I say about 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to fire this back up. So I'm going to go check on them. And I just wanted to drop this. Put a call out to Alex Zek, because, I need to go and check on him. I sent her the file date information. Why is she ignoring this? It's a death blow to the legal names. Why would she not investigate this? Why would anyone ignore this? Take a look at the birth certificate. Now take notice to the file date. Once you see it, now why would anyone give their date of birth for a legal name that was not created the day they were born? And realize this. He'd be quiet as a mouse. And then as soon as I start doing this, something starts disrupting him. So know that we are in a spiritual war, and that the devil does not want this truth to come out. The little devils that make so much wealth off these legal names do not want this to come out. Anyway, I'll be back at 9, Lord willing, Eastern time. Ending stream.